First at 4, Detroit's police chief in the national spotlight, part of a White House briefing, the message behind his meeting with President Biden. Also, here's Paula.
The avian bird flu jumps to mammals in Michigan. We've got the part you need to play to keep wild birds and even your cats and dogs safe. A live report is coming up.
And the stage is set for what could be a pretty active weekend weather-wise. Showers and storms are expected. We'll talk timing and threats right now. First at 4.
Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News First at 4 starts now.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Sandra Ali in for Karen Drew on this Friday. First at 4, President Joe Biden invited Detroit's mayor and police chief to help him push the benefits of the American Rescue Plan when it comes to fighting crime. Chief James White even had the chance to talk about a Detroit program during a White House briefing. Kimberly Gill in the newsroom for us now. And Kim, I know this puts Detroit in the national spotlight.
Yeah, it really does, Sandra, and good afternoon to you, because we certainly can't remember another time a Detroit police chief spoke at a White House briefing. So this afternoon, the president has been meeting with mayors and police chiefs from across the country, urging them to grab federal dollars to spend on public safety. Today's White House event was part celebration, part encouragement for local law enforcement. The president is touting that fact that $10 billion has already been spent or committed to public safety. The money from the American Rescue Plan has flowed to 300 communities and more than half the states. Here in Detroit, Detroit Chief James White says some of that money has gone toward crisis intervention programs. He says there were crisis intervention officers in 3 precincts when he took over. It's up to 6 now and could be 12 in all by the end of the year. Listen.
What that does for us is provide a very specific layer of safety, not just for the officers, but for the citizens who are in mental health crisis, by having a trained mental health professional on that car with a trained officer who is trained in mental health intervention.
The answer is not to defund the police. The answer is to fund the police with the resources and training they need to protect our communities. Investing in crime prevention and accountable community police officers who walk the beat, know the neighborhood, and who can restore trust and safety in the neighborhoods.
That's right. And right now we're talking with the chief about his meeting with President Biden. We'll get the inside scoop on what they talked about, and we'll see where the fight against crime is headed here in Detroit. Our coverage continues when you join us for Local 4 News at 5. For now, though, Sandra, we'll send it back to you in the studio.
All right. We will see you then. Thanks, Kim.
Sure.
Detroit police looking for answers today after a shooting leaves 2 men in critical condition on Detroit's east side. They tell Local 4 it happened right around 3 this morning at a home on Lumpkin Street, right near Nevada. One man is 54 years old. The other one is 70. Right now, the motive still not clear. Police do tell us that a silver truck was seen there at the scene. A driver actually pulled away from that area in that truck, but it's not clear if this was, in fact, a drive-by. If you do have any information that might help, give Detroit police a call. Well, it looks like we might need to hold on to those face masks as COVID cases are on the rise here in Michigan. The CDC has now upgraded 6 local counties into the high-risk category now for COVID-19. Take a look at this map here. The map shows Wayne, Oakland, Macomb, Washtenaw, Livingston, and St. Clair counties are seeing high community transmission. That means the CDC recommends people in those counties, you do need to wear a face mask. That's the recommendation if you're indoors, when in public, and also when you're using public transportation. The owners of a popular pizza place are vowing now to keep going and also looking for answers after a fire. This fire right here damaged their family business in Kego Harbor. We're talking about Gino's Pizza and Restaurant on Cass Lake Road. Someone driving by saw smoke. This was right around 5 in the morning. They called 911. The timing of the fire, absolutely awful. The owners say a recent road closure just ended and they were looking forward to a nice bump in business.
It was kind of like, wow, great, you know, it's going to be beautiful tomorrow. We're going to be busy. We'll open up the patio. And of course, I get the call at 5 o'clock this morning, the restaurant's on fire.
The good news, no one was hurt. The only damage actually affected a portion of the building and did not quite hit the banquet center next door. The cause right now is under investigation. So if you stepped outside this afternoon, you can see our Friday night looking pretty good. Let's go ahead and get a check of the forecast for you. Brett Collar is on duty for us on this Friday. Brett?
It's nice out there, very summer-like, right? So if you're going to be outside, grilling, playing with the kids, really a very nice evening. Just a couple of clouds here and there. Things, though, change tomorrow as early as maybe the morning hours. In the meantime, though, we will enjoy the 80s, low to mid 80s, a light wind, really nice out there. Just a couple of these fair weather cumulus clouds that have been popping up out in the west zone. That's about it for this evening. So if you're heading down maybe to Comerica to check out the Tigers game, really nice. Oh, hopefully they play nice as well. 80s falling into the 70s, so still very comfortable even as the game is wrapping up. But things get more active this weekend as showers and storms return. And then we're talking down to 60s, back up to 80s. We'll break it down for you coming up in just a bit.
All right, Brett, the avian flu has made a documented leap from birds to mammals here in Michigan. That's now prompting a new warning for anyone with birds in their backyard sharing the environment with their household pets. Paula Tutman joins us from Walcott Metro Park to talk about some of the concerns over this cross-species infection. Paula?
Hi, Sandra. Hi, everybody. I don't know if you've ever been to Walcott Mill Farm Center in Ray Township. It's one of our metro parks. It's a bit of a drive depending on where you live. It's well worth it. It's absolutely beautiful here. But when you come here, make sure you don't reach in. You don't try to touch the chickens, the ducks, the geese, or the waterfowl. And before you jump in your car, you really need to think very carefully about wiping down your shoes very, very well. It's believed to be the first documented case of HPAI, or the avian or bird flu, leaping from bird to mammal in Michigan. This fox kit, named Lefty, originally found in Macomb County and taken to Attica, Michigan. To Erica Zulke, a licensed vet tech and the founder of Critter Crossing Rescue, a licensed in-home wildlife rehab organization. Now, at first, she wasn't sure what she was looking at when she had 3 litters of sick fox kits from different parts of southeast Michigan.
Seizures, very high fever, general neurological issues, and mobility issues.
It soon became clear these were cases of avian flu, and tests from the DNR confirmed it. The kits were transported to the Howell Nature Center, but Lefty is the only one that survived, but has been rendered blind by the virus.
We don't want to cause panic and we're not sure, but this does lend itself that we need to take precautions with our pets, and one of those big pieces would be to keep our cats indoors. And another big piece is this is something that is transmittable through feces and things like that. So keeping your yard clean of animal droppings.
The DNR reports the avian flu has been found in Macomb, Lapeer, and St. Clair counties. The USDA has Michigan on its radar for cases in Livingston, Roscommon, Tuscola, Chippewa, and Iosco counties.
This one is particularly dangerous to primarily to wild birds. And then it has hit some, backyard chicken flock, as well as recently a commercial flock. So that is a concern of ours.
And while there is no sign that the virus has jumped to humans, keeping it from spreading to wild birds and domestic poultry flocks, metro parks, and commercial farms alike is something everyone can help with.
Don't go from a place where there's a lot of birds to another place where there's a lot of birds, because then you could be participating and transmitting it.
Yeah, start there. Hey there. Yeah, I'm sorry about that because I wanted to show my partner this bird at the feeder. This is really one of the issues, and that is the wild birds are able to fly in and out, and they can also communicate with these waterfowl as well as sometimes chickens. And so there's things that you really need to do to make sure that you're protecting your yard as well as your pets, because again, what you take out of here, you also take to your yard. So join us at 6. We've got some very specific things that you can do to actually help tamp down the avian flu. Even though they don't think it's a danger to humans, they know it's a danger to other animals right now. Sandra?
All right, we'll see you at 6. Thank you, Paula. Earlier, we showed you Chief James White at today's White House press briefing. The event marked a turning point. This was as the press secretary is leaving after 224 briefings in 15 months. CNN reporting that she's had more briefings than all of the former President Trump's press secretaries combined. Today, she was emotional as she thanked the president, President Biden, and the First Lady. She says they all came to D.C. with the same goal.
The importance of returning integrity, respect, and civility to the White House. The small sliver of my job here in engaging with all of you, that doesn't not mean that we haven't let our Irish side show, mine and the president's as well, from time to time. I recognize that. But on my best days, and as I look back, I hope I followed the example of integrity and grace that they have set for all of us and do set for all of us every day. And I'm incredibly grateful to them.
She is reportedly now heading to a career in broadcasting, but no details have been confirmed. She will be replaced by Karine Jean-Pierre as the first Black and first openly LGBTQ person in that high-profile role.